Welcome in. I know a lot of you putting on Facebook that your son or daughter went back to college this weekend. They're in their dorm room. But Kelly, this has been going on since we were going to school. You sign a year's lease, right, for your college to go to school. You go in August, you get out in May, and in between you're losing 2 months, but you have to sign a year lease and all that. But now with the online virtual, some of the students want their money back from signing those leases. And Mallory Sofoste is on this story tonight with an interesting way on how students can handle all this going back to school. Mallory?
These students signed contracts back in February before anyone had any kind of idea the impact the coronavirus would have. Now many don't want to go back, don't need to, but they're still stuck in these leases. The movement started at the University of Maryland. Students with leases at South Campus Commons and Courtyards communities told they're financially on the hook unless they find someone else to release their unit.
No one's going to come and take my lease because, quite frankly, a lot of students don't want to be living in this situation. When their classes are all online, they have no reason to be on campus. And it's, quite frankly, a health issue, not a monetary issue.
Over 2,000 signed the petition, but so far, the owner, Maryland Economic Development Corporation, and manager, Capstone On-Campus Management, haven't budged. And right up 95, a similar situation is playing out at Towson University.
We're looking at $8,866.
Scott and Debbie Depue's daughter was supposed to be living in the Paca house, but made the decision to have her stay home.
It just wasn't the right thing for our family to do and for our daughter to do, to go sit in a dorm room and do online school.
Like UMD students, they contacted Capstone On-Campus Management about terminating the lease and were denied. Meanwhile, students living on campus in university-owned housing have received a much different answer.
Towson is being very lenient on letting students out of their contracts. They really just have to do the paperwork and find they're out. No financial obligation.
Medco has said they are unable to release students due to its obligations to bondholders, vendors, and other entities, as well as not being eligible for any of the federal relief programs currently available. And because PACA and Tubman houses, as well as other Medco properties at Maryland universities, are privately owned, universities and the University System of Maryland have said they cannot compel Medco nor Capstone to provide flexibility. Now parents and students are calling on the governor, who appoints Medco's board of directors and approves its executive director, to do something.
I would like to see the governor and the state legislature come together and through their budgetary process just figure out how to accommodate these bondholders for 1 or 2 semesters, and then we can move forward and get back to normal situation instead of placing this financial burden on the students and their families.
We reached out to the governor's office, but were referred to the Department of Commerce, who referred us back to Medco. Tomorrow, students plan to have a car caravan protest in Annapolis. It'll start around 6 p.m. at the Annapolis Moto Park by the docks and then make its way around the State House.